Purple Daily is daily Vikings entertainment. We just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die. I will ride with this group. Seriously, man. Please. And away we go.
This Saturday check-down episode of Purple Daily will have a reckless speculation tint on it.
Reckless speculation.
And it's presented in part by MSP Plumbing and Heating. Judd Zolgad. Happy Super Bowl weekend to everybody.
Thank you very much. And guess what? Super Bowl time means it's cold outside, right? In fact, when the big game arrives, it's cold outside. I should say that. Oh my gosh. It's always good to also have someone that you can trust. And for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and drain needs, that's my friends at MSP Plumbing, Heating, and Air, a 100% family-owned and operated business. They are committed to taking care of you and your family. Now, book a $49 plumbing inspection by February the 21st and enter to win 2 tickets plus a $100 gift card for food, beverage, and more to the March 9th Wild Game club level seats matinee game on a Sunday. So absolutely perfect. Again, a $49 plumbing inspection makes you eligible to win those tickets. For service, call 651-615-4292 or check out their website. That is callmsp.com. Callmsp.com. If that furnace is starting to wheeze a little bit and hack a little bit and you're concerned, MSP Plumbing, Heating, and Air to the rescue.
Also, a shout out to North American Banking Company, a Minnesota-based banking company since 1998, 6 locations in the Twin Cities, Maple Grove, Roseville, Shoreview, Hastings, Woodbury, 50th in France. Friendly, knowledgeable people. They took the time in my discussions to learn about me, my family, our goals. They prioritize safety and security of accounts, personal relationships, cutting-edge online tools, and a banking company that's invested in the Twin Cities. If that sounds like a win to you and you are looking for a better banking experience, either for yourself, your family, or maybe you're buying a home, starting a new business, North American Banking Company can give you peace of mind about where you bank. Go to nabankco.com/Mackey to learn more. That's nabankco.com/Mackey. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Reckless speculation.
Our guy, Chancey in Fargo. This is some bonus feedback Friday here on a Saturday. And this is a fun one. He says, guys, I have a Purple Daily episode idea for you. If you, Judd, and Declan are the Vikings general manager, would you say yes or no to any of these trades today, knowing what you know now? Each of these players in question will be under the exact same rookie scale contract and would have Kevin O'Connell as their coach moving forward. Would you trade JJ McCarthy for, and we can have discussions about all these, Caleb Williams?
No.
Nope.
No.
We're not.
Just a straight no.
Straight no.
Straight
for me.
no.
Straight no.
Number
for
one
me.
overall pick, super talented, was in a terrible situation. You have not seen JJ McCarthy play a game yet, really.
Yep. Good.
I had now if Chancey had said Jayden Daniels, yes.
Slow down there, Haas.
Okay. No, there are some, in my opinion, there are some red flags with Caleb that do concern me personality wise. He is tremendously talented, but I would rather take my chances on seeing, because these are all in some way, shape, or form gambles. JJ McCarthy might sound crazy, but I'm keeping him.
So it's shockingly, it's a no for me too. I just felt like it does warrant more discussion than just like, oh, no chance.
Yeah.
Dude, think about a year ago, if somebody were to have said you could have Caleb Williams or JJ McCarthy, all of us would have said, oh my God, Caleb Williams, like just widely considered the number one overall pick, super talented. But to your point, there is something just a little odd about his personality, his, like, some of the stuff in college too, where he's like crying in his parents' arms.
And we talked about that at the time.
I don't know, man.
Like pre-draft, we did say there's something seems a little bit off. Well, that didn't change in my opinion. So,
yeah,
agreed.
Okay, Jayden Daniels is next. Would you trade JJ McCarthy for Jayden Daniels?
Yeah.
No problem.
I would drive McCarthy to the District of Columbia
Goodbye.
and drop him off for that opportunity.
And you guys are going to get a great leader, and that's awesome. In retrospect, it's funny because all these discussions that were being had on this show and even being reported about the Vikings trying to trade up into the top 3, maybe even trying to trade up to number 2. Well, Washington obviously made the right decision just standing there and picking Jayden Daniels. Is there even any amount of draft capital you could go back now that everyone knows what they know? Washington probably turns down, like if you're the Vikings, you're saying, all right, we want to move up from 11 to 2, and we'll give you both of our first round picks. So we'll swap the 11 and the 2, our other first round pick, and we'll give you a 2026 and 2027 first round pick, or I guess 25 and 26 first round pick. I think if Washington, at the time, Washington might have said that extra first round pick gets it done. Let's do it. Now that they know what they have in Jayden Daniels, I don't even know that you take the 3 first round picks because you've got one of the probably 6 or 7 best quarterbacks in the league here if he keeps playing this way.
With 4 years left on a cheap contract too.
For sure.
And
Yep.
and if I'm not mistaken, the Vikings, I don't know if the particulars got out about what the Vikings offered the Patriots to move up to 3 and take Drake Maye, but I think it was a pretty decent offer, and the Patriots said no at 3. So I can't imagine. Yeah, I mean, at some point in time, I guess if you flushed a ton of first round picks, but that is a definite yes, though. If it's JJ for Jayden Daniels,
Yeah, that would, man, to watch Jayden Daniels with Kevin O'Connell, there was just no realistic path to, because there's still some uncertainty when you're drafting quarterbacks. It's really hard to, I mean, in retrospect, yeah, give up 3 first round picks, go get Jayden Daniels, but when you're trading for a guy that you love but is still a college quarterback and an unknown commodity, and then there's 5 other quarterbacks that are also like first round grades, it is hard to justify giving up that much draft capital. Yep. Okay, Drake Maye. Would you, knowing what you know now, would you trade JJ McCarthy for Drake Maye? Drake Maye gets to work under Kevin O'Connell.
Knowing how much O'Connell liked Drake Maye, I think the answer is yes. Knowing how much he liked him.
Wow, what a McCarthy hater you are.
I would probably, and look, Drake Maye is another guy, and he certainly was not a disaster, right? But he was plopped into the situations that we discuss all the time, which is it was garbage. It's a garbage environment now. They just fired their coach. He got some playing time. Again, I don't think that it could be classified as a disaster, and I don't think there's a concern that that year lost him. But knowing that O'Connell, who I trust when it comes to quarterback evaluations, loved Drake Maye, and I think it's safe to say loved him more than JJ McCarthy, yes, I would make that switch because I don't have as much question about Drake Maye's personality type as I do Caleb Williams.
I think I keep McCarthy. Even though O'Connell, I think, really did love Drake Maye. And he was, firmly as my employee of the month tier on my very accurate quarterback tiers that I released to you guys earlier this week. I still would ride with JJ McCarthy. What?
Well, I mean, you had to, if you got to pump your own tires, I sense some insecurity about your tiers now.
Oh, wow.
Insecurity?
Well, you just said it was absolutely correct.
You
should just know it's correct.
It's confidence.
You just know it's
more of a quiet confidence about your quarterback tiers.
Well, then you just let it stand. then you let those tiers stand.
I would still ride though with JJ McCarthy. Haven't seen enough.
Oh man. So by the way, Drake Maye Pro Bowler. Drake Maye was with the alternates coming in for, I was like Mahomes. I'm trying to think of who got booted, but the crazy thing about Drake Maye is his top 3 targeted, his top 4 targeted receivers were 30-year-old tight end Hunter Henry, 24-year-old 6th round pick Demario Douglas, 22-year-old day 2 or 3 pick Kayshon, is it Kayshon Boutte? Kayshon Boot? Not gonna play on the Vikings and then Austin Hooper, another 30-year-old sort of backup tight end. He was throwing to nobody, and he still was impressive and showed I think the Vikings had Drake Maye higher on their list than JJ McCarthy. I also think they love JJ McCarthy. I would probably make that trade. We've seen Drake Maye is out there showing his talent. He's healthy. pains me to say this because I am a McCarthy marauder, but I would probably make that trade. Okay, Chansey continues. You can see where this exercise is going. Michael Penix. Would you trade JJ McCarthy for Michael Penix?
I don't think so.
No.
I would not. And my understanding is that they liked Penix a lot. Big arm, smart kid. But now we're talking about a guy who went, 8th? McCarthy went 10th, but there was debate about if Penix should have gone 8th. This is one where I would personally prefer to roll the dice with the person that the Vikings drafted in McCarthy.
Yeah.
So I think that they might be close. So it's not like Penix is terrible, but no, I'm going to stand pat and keep JJ McCarthy.
Yep, I'm keeping McCarthy.
Okay.
Easy one for me.
Okay. I like Penix. I think Penix is going to be a good, serviceable NFL quarterback. I don't know that we saw enough in the handful of games he played where you have to say, oh my gosh, for sure, Michael Penix. So I'll stick with JJ McCarthy. Plus, not that age really matters in the early portion of their careers, but I'm getting a few years younger quarterback too in JJ McCarthy. Here's the really fun one from Chansey. Would you trade JJ McCarthy for Bo Nix right now?
Yes.
But for some context, Bo Nix, rookie season,
Yes.
played all 17 games. The Broncos with severe Russell Wilson dead cap hits, still managed to go 10-7. Bo Nix, 66% completions, 3,800 yards, 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, a 93.5 quarterback rating. He was by all measurements a rock solid league average, maybe slightly above quarterback as a rookie in Denver.
Go ahead, Dex.
I would take him. Yep.
You'd trade it. Make the trade.
Yep, I would do it. If Sean Payton, who by the way I know Vikings fans loathe him, but is a great offensive mind, was able to trick up Bo Nix and have an offense perform with him as their rookie quarterback, exceed their preseason win total. And if you took Bo Nix and plugged him into this Vikings infrastructure with Justin Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson and Jordan Addison, I would 100% make this swap.
No way. First of all, they passed. So this is a guy that they, of this entire list, had their chance at. They passed. I think Bo Nix could be good. I think he could be very good. But if he regresses, it won't shock me. Sean Payton is very, very good. But in this case, I'm going to trust O'Connell that he saw something in McCarthy that he didn't see in Nix. And so this is actually an easy pass for me. Bo Nix, hey, great story. Awesome. Knock yourself out. I'm not trading him for JJ McCarthy.
I side with Judd on this. Obviously, Bo Nix was way more impressive than some of the. There was a lot of Bo Nix haters out there leading into because he only throws short passes in college.
Thor didn't like him, right?
Thor did not love him, and still is not the biggest fan. But here's the thing: he comes in 24 years old. I think he started more games in college than any quarterback in college history. So he came in. You should be ready to throw for it would have been a huge red flag if he wasn't able with all that experience to come in with a Sean Payton led offense and at least drive the car a little bit. The question is he operating at or near his upside already? Or look at Mac Jones, for instance. Mac Jones came out back in 2021 and made a Pro Bowl right away with the Patriots. And he had very similar. Started all 17 games. They won 10 games, just like Bo Nix and the Broncos. Threw for 3,800 yards, just like Bo Nix. 22 touchdowns, 13 picks. Basically the same passer rating, QBR. If you look at Mac, now Bo Nix a little more mobile than Mac Jones. But Bo Nix and Mac Jones had basically identical rookie seasons. And Mac Jones was a little older, 23-year-old rookie. Bo Nix, 24. And that was the peak for Mac Jones. So I still have questions about how good Bo Nix can be. He's a safe option. I would not make that trade because I actually think JJ McCarthy with his physical tools has more upside. So
they did ask Bo Nix to pass a ton. He was 6 in pass attempts. He was 6 in pass completions. So they did not put training wheels necessarily on him with a running game and just say, don't screw this up. They put the ball in his hands and said, go ahead and play. And yes, I think that factors in with him being like a 9-year college football player. But I guess if you were looking at the landscape of all the rookie quarterbacks, I'll be the judge here and tweak your question to another question. But if you saw the body of work, what's happened, Bo Nix is ahead of Drake Maye right now. Like if you were redrafting.
Well, in terms of the productivity they've put up, but in terms of if you're looking at a 5 or 10 year arc of who has the most upside to become a top 6 quarterback in the league, I still think teams would say Drake Maye over McCarthy. I don't know what teams would say.
Do you think
Drake
that
Maye.
if the Patriots called the Broncos or the Broncos called the Patriots today and suggested a straight up trade there, Nix for Maye, do you think the Patriots do it though? Because I don't.
No, well, because the Patriots are happy with the way Drake Maye performed with no weapons.
But I just see more upside still. Yeah, to me, there's more upside there, and in the case of McCarthy, that's largely what I'm going on. But that being said, yeah, Bo Nix, great story. I like this. Sounds like we continue to bash him, which I should probably back off of considering his success, because I did bash him and I was probably just wrong about that. But yeah, I am very comfortable again rolling the dice with JJ McCarthy.
Bo Nix has definitely performed better already than a lot of his doubters thought he would, like the Judds of the world.
I joined Thor once Thor rips the guy. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
So, hey, reminder, tomorrow there's a large-scale football game happening, folks. A very big event. A very, very super event. And Prize Picks is here to help you along here. You can win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. And they're offering this free square. It's Patrick Mahomes' 0.5 passing yards. 0.5 passing yards for Patrick Mahomes. Hopefully it's not an Aaron Rodgers situation. But you select between 2 and 6 players on Prize Picks. You pick more or less on their projected stats, and you place your entry. Bada bing. It's that easy. And you can have a lot of fun while you're enjoying Big Game Sunday here. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code PurpleDaily and get $50 instantly when you play just $5. That's code PurpleDaily on the Prize Picks app to get $50 instantly when you play just $5. So, all right, boys. Enjoy the rest of your Super Bowl weekend. Dex has a vent line coming out on Super Bowl Sunday, and we will be back at it full strength Monday and Tuesday into next week as the offseason rolls on. Speculation season, and we got you covered every day here on Purple Daily, where we just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die.